Well, the weather pattern feels like it's kind of stuck in some ways, and I don't know that we're going to see a huge weather pattern break over the coming weeks. However, as we approach June, you're clearly going to get hotter. So while it may feel like summer is taking a long time, especially if you're into the Great Lakes, the Northeast, into the Mid-Atlantic, it's going to eventually show up. Now, right now, we're dealing with some pretty chilly air across the Great Lakes down into the Appalachians, a lot of rain into the Northeast. It's starting to wrap up as our low moves away across the South. We've got some upslope clouds into parts of the Appalachians, some fast, high-moving clouds moving through the Carolinas. Otherwise, across the Deep South, some sunshine. However, some showers and storms moving across parts of Arkansas today. This is going to be the area I think we have to watch, not just today, but over the coming days as we end up with more showers and thunderstorms, especially, again, across the central U.S. We had some big storms yesterday across Texas through the overnight, big storms blossoming up and kind of sagging to the south. Now we're looking a little bit further to the north today for severe weather across parts of Kansas into parts of northern Oklahoma. A risk of some tornadoes on the table. This is where the highest risk will be. Certainly not off the chart, but it's there. Overall, though, now you're a 2 out of 5. A slight risk here from parts of Nebraska all the way south into Kansas and also Oklahoma. Potential today for some hail, too, as well. As we look at the hail outlook, it's definitely elevated across Colorado down into Kansas and Oklahoma. Some of that could be pretty big, too. As we're looking at the severe weather, let's go ahead and look into tomorrow as well. That threat shifts a little bit further, maybe to the south and east too, into parts of Mississippi and Alabama as these storms roll off to the south and east along our stalled sort of quasi-stationary frontal boundary. It's not really going to be moving very much, so it's going to be the focal point for not just showers and storms today, tomorrow, and into Sunday. So it's looking wet here, pretty much from Colorado, New Mexico, all the way east into the south. This is going to be the region where it's going to be kind of damp. Further to the north, we are drier, I should say, and a little bit cool. We're going to look at the precipitation in just a moment. But heading into tomorrow, Saturday, the tornado risk a little bit higher across Oklahoma. Certainly not, again, off the charts, but higher than what we're looking at today. And then we talked about day 3 heading into Sunday. And by the way, while we're here, let's go ahead and look at this because I want to show you what's happening by day 4, the extended outlook for severe weather. Storm Prediction Center keeping an eye on Texas here. So you get the idea. Things are kind of stuck when we look at the precipitation, where it's falling, where it's cool. Things will be changing, though. All right, here's the precipitation through today. We will see showers really start to blossom up as we head into the afternoon, and thunderstorms here from parts of, I think, southeast Wyoming into Nebraska, into northeast Colorado, into Kansas, dropping all the way south into Oklahoma. These storms, again, could be some big hail makers, and some of these could persist into the overnight across parts of Kansas and Oklahoma. The short-range 3K NAMs trying to pick up on a cluster of storms developing across southeast Kansas, Oklahoma, and then really weakening overnight. But some of these could drop some heavy rain into parts of eastern Oklahoma, dropping into Arkansas, and then that heavy rain pushing into Tennessee. So a wet start on Saturday from Memphis up to Nashville, north up to Bowling Green, and then across southern Indiana, southern Illinois, a few showers, and this pushes off to the south and east. We do it again on Saturday. Now, relatively dry, again, just a few showers, and I say relatively because there is a chance of a few showers around the Great Lakes, but clearly this is the focal point for showers and storms. We'll be dealing with that again heading into Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, a little bit further south now across Texas, Oklahoma. Some of these, again, could get strong to severe, especially across Oklahoma into this sector as we head into the afternoon and evening hours. Tornadoes possible here. Also some large hail. More rain on the way. I think that's another concern too. We're going to get repeating rounds of showers and thunderstorms. And wouldn't you know it, again, waking up Sunday morning, a second cluster of storms heading across West Tennessee, West Kentucky. And then look, another cluster building behind this. So multiple days of rain ahead. North of our front, it's cool. South of it, it's hot. Highs today will be in the triple digits across the Lone Star State. All along the south, especially into the deep south, we'll be into the upper 80s to low 90s, and then heading into Sunday. I mean, look at this. The heat stays across Texas. Further north where we're in the clouds, temperatures in the 40s, 50s, and maybe 60s. Let's head east because this is where it's cold. This is where you guys are dealing with, I don't know. It just feels like maybe winter and kind of winter-like in parts of the Northeast as our nor'easter pulls away. Snow flying into some of the highest elevations of Vermont and New Hampshire. A cold rain across upstate New York, back into parts of Ontario. And then this all is pinwheeling around this area of low pressure. So more rain on the way here. Showery, cloudy, damp, cool. There comes the rain we've talked about across Tennessee. Otherwise, dry across a lot of the southeast, at least through Saturday. If you're headed to the coast this weekend, looking good here. A little cool, but it looks okay. We'll look at the long range in just a moment. And then as we look at the temperatures here, I mean, yeah, kind of cool for sure. I mean, look at these overnight lows. I'm telling you what, I've got a sweatshirt on today. It's chilly. I've even had the heat cut on because we've had temperatures dropping into the 30s at night. And it's not just me, it's a lot of you. Tomorrow morning, cold, arguably, especially for this time of year. Even down into Georgia. I mean, we're dropping into the upper 50s, close to the 40s here into North Georgia. However, look at the heat here in the parts of southern Georgia. And I'm just going to tell you, this heat, let's look long range, because enjoy this cool weather while it lasts, especially across the Carolinas. By Monday, we do start to see temperatures rebound even into the Northeast. But look at this. I'm going to push this out into the next weekend. And then I do want to show you something that I think might mess things up temperature-wise. Highs as we head into Saturday and Sunday, up into the 90s. And maybe once we get rid of this second low, which is going to bring another round of some cool weather, maybe we hop up into the upper 80s, maybe pushing 90 up into New Jersey. So I think there's some big changes potentially on the way. And I meant to show you guys this earlier. If you're joining the live stream, you can back up. You can take everything to where we are, and then we'll look out west. But here's what I mean when I say the pattern's stuck. You're getting these upper lows that just continuously get cut off. We're not having these big ridges that are building in just yet. However, I think that changes. This is why. Across the west, it's going to be warm. We've got another upper low trying to cut inside of this ridge, so this may bring more rain and showers across parts of California. The cool weather is going to stick around heading into June, I think. All right, so this weekend we're here. Heading into next week, again, a bit of a ridge building in, and then as we approach June, check it out. I mean, right, a repeating round of cold air back here into the Great Lakes in the Northeast. This is when things change, I think anyway. Now, do I have a crystal ball? I do not. But to me, things start to look very, I don't want to say heat dome-ish, a big ridge starting to build as you start to see the weather pattern shift to more of a summer-like pattern. And it could just feel like it just goes from cool, damp, and nasty to bang as we head into that first week of June, and summertime just really kicks in. That's what it looks like to me, long range anyway. Across the west, here's your highs today. There's the precipitation, a few showers really up into parts of Montana. There could be some snow mixing in into parts of Wyoming. Overall, out west, though, some warmer temperatures. Showers approaching the Pacific Northwest, though, as we head into Monday and Tuesday of next week. So kind of wet here, and it looks like afternoon showers and storms pulsing up across the Rockies heading into next week. So I think we stay active. And again, beyond this precipitation outlook, let's kind of take you through the rest of the week, sort of a national look here. There's the rain, and I think the flooding will be a concern here from the southern plains to parts of the Mississippi River Valley. This continues. The showers continue not just this weekend, but even into next week as our boundary sort of stalls out here. Cold. I'm going to call it cold. Cold by May standards. High pressure building into the Great Lakes, also into the Northeast with temperatures below average here. A lot of rain from the plains all the way into the southeast. This rain axis is starting to lift a little bit further to the north, and now we've got our second upper low spinning in, heading into the middle part of next week. It's going to bring another shot of some cool air into the Great Lakes, also into the Northeast. We will warm up some, I think, here from the mid-Atlantic all the way up into parts of Maine ahead of this upper low, but behind it, some cooler temperatures for the plain states across the west. Again, a bit of a ridge building here, and then the showers continue to be concentrated across the southern plains, central plains, really from Kansas down into Arkansas, West Tennessee, West Kentucky. You got to wonder about flooding here. It just looks like we're stuck in this pattern. I think it will change eventually. It's going to take some time, though, as we head into really the first week of June, maybe. We'll start to see things shift up. But that rain just continuously sticks around here. It could be a problem. All right. That's all I got for this video, guys. Hope it helps. See you next time.